Thank you so much for those kind words, man. I mean, I'm blown away and I'm humbled by those kind words. And I got to give it back to you as well, Jonathan. I've been in the people-to-people space for a lot of years on various levels. And, you meet a lot of outstanding individuals in the people-to-people space, seven-figure earners, people that brought in tens of thousands of people and built huge organizations. But Jonathan Green and his team that he's put together, I got to tell you guys, they are some of the most, well sought after, intelligent, ethical people that I've come across in the people-to-people space. And I know that we're going to have a long-term relationship as we bring this incredible project to the forefront. I'm totally excited, you guys, about what I'm getting ready to share with each and every one of you. Thank you for coming out, taking out your time and attention to be with me for the next maybe 30 to 45 minutes. If I get really, really excited, some of you may question my sobriety as I go through this process here, because we wanted to bring something to this planet to really disrupt the entire people-to-people space, and we've definitely done that. I want to encourage all the guests to get to a quiet location and really put your head and your heart on sponge, because what I'm going to share with you makes 100% good old-fashioned common sense. I'm talking to you guys from my humble home here in Ohio. I was in another entity where I was able to build an international bank right from the comfort of my own home, receiving well over 80,000 deposits. And as I like to say, I don't say that to impress any of you out here, but to impress upon you that if I can do it, so can you. What I'm going to share with you guys, it's the real deal. And I know some of you have been associated with different platforms in the past. Some of you may be a little bit damaged and bruised. And that's one of the things that Jonathan said to me. He said, listen, man, we've been a part of some things. And, we want to just share with our team and our group within Fortune Hub something that's going to stand the test of time. And he vetted me through and through, with a fine-tooth comb, and came away understanding that we have something extremely special here. So I'm not going to belabor the moment. I'm going to dive right into this thing here. And at the end, I'm sure we'll be able to do a Q&A of some sort. So let me go ahead and share my screen here with each and every one of you. Okay. Fantastic. Here, I'm going to get this out of the way. And as I like to say, we are off. So let me go ahead and start off with this quick message, if you don't mind. I really, really want to make something abundantly clear for all the guests that's tuning in for the very first time, that the financial strategies and ideas that I'm going to be sharing with you, it's really going to be only for those of you who are willing to look at money in a completely different way than you may have been taught in your schools and institutions. I've evaluated over the years that a lot of times people miss out on incredible business opportunities because they lack the financial literacy to really understand what they're looking at, if you will. And so we're not taught about money in our schools and institutions. So they say the mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. And my job here tonight is to do the best job of articulating very, very clearly something that is going to disrupt the entire people-to-people space. So having said that, you guys, I want to introduce you guys to Mosca, okay? What we're simply doing is we're unleashing the power of peer-to-peer funding. And we've designed it in such a way where it's 100% mutually beneficial for everyone that gets involved. I didn't say 99%. We're talking about 100% mutual benefit. Every line of code, every I was dotted, every T was crossed with that mission in mind. I want you guys to take a look at this screen as you're looking at all these colors and the people looking at their smartphones. This is literally what we're looking to bring to planet Earth today. I want you to imagine a world where everyone's their own bank. And throughout the day, you are literally refreshing your screen because you have a raging river of daily deposits hitting your smartphone. That's the purpose of Mosca. We all know that money's not free, but based on what we've been able to put together in this enterprise, money can be freed. And I'm going to share with you guys how that's done. So once again, I want you guys to imagine the world where you're your own bank. As you guys know, banking is necessary. We all need banking for various reasons, whether it's the mortgage, buy a car, college tuition, things of that nature. But I'm here to let you guys know, because of advancements in technology and things of that nature, banks are not necessary anymore. So let me unpack that for you guys so that you have a clear understanding of why I say that. Many people don't even understand that banks are nothing but buildings that house digital wallets. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all that they are. In fact, when you go into your bank and you're going to cash a check or maybe give some money to put into your account, what is the teller actually doing? They're actually typing in digits into a computer, putting it into their digital wallet. So all Bank of America is a building that houses digital wallets. Wells Fargo, a building that houses digital wallets, if you will. Now, many people don't even understand how banks actually make their money, their business model. So let me break this thing down for you guys because it's going to help you understand the power of what we have our hands on. See, when you deposit your money into the digital wallet of your bank's ecosystem, they now have custody of it. And they're not just in the business of holding on to your money like it's a benevolent activity. They're in the business of making money. So now, without your permission, they're able to loan your money out at interest, all right, for people that need what? Mortgage loans, car loans, college tuition loans, things of that nature. And obviously, people have to pay those loans back on a monthly basis. And that in turn creates the raging river of residual cash flow for the banks. We bring all the economic value, but they keep the lion's share of the profit. Make sense? So I want you guys to understand that the digital wallet space is where it's at right now. It's a $4.6 trillion opportunity in our pockets, ladies, in your handbags and purses. I want you to think about it. We don't nearly go into physical banks as often as we used to maybe 5-10 years ago. Why? Because we're all walking around with digital bank branches in our pockets and in our handbags. And so the digital wallet space is completely upending traditional financial services as we know it, right? Now, why is this all possible? It's all because of blockchain. Now, some of you may be very familiar with blockchain. Maybe many of you are not familiar with blockchain. It's just a fancy word for the internet of value. That's it. Everything is going to be on the blockchain. I need for you guys to understand it. They say there's 3 types of people in this world, all right? The first person is people that are watching the game. The second type of person is people that's playing the game. And then the third type of person is there's people that don't even know a game is being played. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a game being played, and it's causing the greatest wealth transfer in our lifetime, and it's happening right up underneath our noses, and it's because of blockchain technology. Everything from cases of wine, beer, cigarettes, your health records, real estate transactions, everything is going to be a token on a public ledger on the blockchain. We're moving into a cashless society as well. So we're utilizing blockchain as a service. Now, here's the value of blockchain. It kind of deregulates the financial industry. It reduces our reliance on traditional intermediaries. Now, what are intermediaries? Middle people. That's it. They're the ones that create the roadblocks in the flow of money. And so when you're able to remove the intermediaries out of the equation, right, it enhances the velocity of money throughout an ecosystem. Basically, velocity in terms of how fast money exchanges hands, right? So when you think about Zelle, for instance, some of you have Zelle before where you want to send money from the East Coast to the West Coast. You guys understand that there's a limit, a daily and a monthly limit on how much or how fast you can move your money? Think about it. It's your money. There's a daily or monthly limit in terms of how much money you can take out of the ATM. Really? That's your money. See, that creates stickiness in the flow of money. Blockchain totally disrupts that, removes the intermediaries, and now we have money flowing through our closed loop ecosystem. And the best part is that we all have 100% control of how this money moves worldwide. It's all because of blockchain. So because of blockchain, it's ushered in a new type of person. It's called a prosumer. Because of blockchain now, you and I and anyone that decides to join forces with us can now become the borrower and the lender at the exact same time, ladies and gentlemen. I want you guys to understand what I just said. Because we've been able to remove the intermediary, right, out of the equation in an A-B conversation or exchange of value, right, it empowers us to now become our own bank, becoming the borrower and the lender at the exact same time. And this fosters 100% mutual benefit and shared ownership. And we've set this thing up to be paint by number simple. It only takes completing 2 steps one time to trigger the kind of cash flow that can scale up to millions of dollars, okay? Now, as we're helping people become their own bank and generate residual cash flow, we're also building our own global payments network. No different than PayPal, right? Think about that. You can send money member to member worldwide in the 10th of a second. You're going to be able to access needed monthly recurring funding that can scale to millions of dollars without repayment. Let me repeat that again so that you guys can marinate on what I just said. You're going to be able to access needed monthly recurring funding that can scale to millions of dollars without repayment, right? Because see, when you own the bank, you don't owe the bank in this scenario here. And we're talking about revenue sharing ownership. So what we did was when we formulated this company, we looked at some household names and we looked at companies like PayPal and their marketing strategy. And I'm going to really break this thing down for you guys to help you guys understand that this is a foregone conclusion. I know with every cell in my being what's getting ready to happen. So does Jonathan Green. So does Spencer Iverson. So does Derek Brown and many of their leaders. They know what's getting ready to happen. They just want to let you in on it. Digital wallets is going to $16 trillion worldwide. I want you guys to look at PayPal, for instance, did $4.1 billion in profit last year. All right. How much of that did you receive? Venmo, which is owned by PayPal, did $850 million. All right. How much of that did you receive for those of you that have Venmo? Cash App, $2.1 billion in profit last year. How much of that did you receive? See, what's so exciting about this project is that every single person that's listening to me right now, you're already participating in this business. You're just not getting your fair shake. And we're going to show you how. So I want to show you guys this video. I want you guys to look at PayPal because this is our muse as a company. All right. Many people don't understand PayPal's history in terms of how they became who they are today. Right. They had a day one. So right now, PayPal has 426 million active users. Translation. They have 426 million people that have a digital wallet in their ecosystem. Can you imagine when we have 426 million people within the Mosca ecosystem, the kind of wealth and revenue sharing that's going to take place? We're literally going to flatten that pyramidal structure. We're going to close the wealth inequality gap together because of this project here. They did close to $30 billion in revenue last year and $4.24 billion in profit. Let me help you understand the power of close to $30 billion in revenue. See, you're going to be a revenue sharing owner in our enterprise. It's better than being a profit sharing. See, profit sharing, you're in the back of the line. Companies can generate revenue and then they can pay you a dividend in profit. But when you become a revenue sharing owner, you move from the back of the line to the front of the line, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what Mosca is all about. So this video, this guy's interviewing Elon Musk. And obviously we all agree he's pretty successful, right? And he's asking, how did PayPal get its start and become so successful? I want to encourage all the guests to hang on to every word that he's going to be sharing. And you're going to see this is our exact same marketing strategy. Please don't lose sight of the utility of our wallets I'm going to be sharing with you guys in a moment. This is just going to give you some light on our simple marketing strategy that has already been proven by PayPal to work. So we have all green lights here. So I'm going to get out of the way. I'm going to play this short video for you, and I'll be right back, okay?
And did y'all think that PayPal was just going to be a simple little internet way to, or do you think it was going to turn into the major kind of transaction processing engine that it is right now?
I didn't expect PayPal's growth rate to be what it was.
Yeah.
So, and that actually created major problems. So we started PayPal on University Avenue.
Oh.
After the first month or so of the website being active, we had 100,000 customers.
Really? Wow, I didn't realize it was.
Yeah, it was nutty.
Oh, wow. And how did it start? How did people just even know to use it? And I mean, obviously both buyer and seller have to be involved.
Yeah. Well, we started off first by offering people $20 if they open an account, and $20 if they referred anyone.
Oh.
And then we dropped it to $10, and then we dropped it to $5. As the network got bigger and bigger, the value of the network itself exceeded any sort of carrot that we could offer.
So how much money did y'all spend with that kind of $5, $10, $20 incentive to get that critical mass going?
It was a fair amount. I think it was probably $60 or $70 million.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it was a substantial.
Yeah,
okay, so we're not talking peanuts here. Yeah.
And then we just did a bunch of things to decrease the friction because it's just like bacteria in a petri dish.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is try to have one customer generate like 2 customers.
Yeah.
Okay, or something like that, maybe 3 customers ideally. And then you want that to happen really fast. You could probably model it just like bacteria growth in a Petri dish.
Okay? So understand what he just said here. He used the network effect. PayPal was built on the premise of sending money to friends, right? So it made perfect sense to encourage users to get friends to sign up. Well, we've made that approach and we've taken it and we put it on steroids for everybody. Okay, let me break this thing down for you guys. I want to introduce you guys to the Mosca Citizen Wallet, whereby you can become your own bank. And we're utilizing the power of the network effect. Okay, so what ends up happening, each citizen, there's no members here. You're a citizen, all right, helping us build this nation state worldwide. So each citizen refers 3 one time in order to trigger daily, monthly residual funding that can scale into millions and millions of dollars. It's not a one-time reward like PayPal where they dangle 20, dropped it down to 15, then to 5. Many of you are still receiving those ads from maybe PayPal and Venmo and Cash App. Refer a friend and we're going to pay you these one-time hits. Why? Because they want to get you in their ecosystem. But now you brought them the customer. They're going to continue to generate all the revenue from you bringing them one time and receiving a one-time hit. How about being able to generate from every digital asset that comes in after you from this day forward, not just a one-time hit? So as each citizen refers 3 one time, what does that do? It raises the value of our shared global network. And it's going to also allow you to earn on transaction fees. I'm going to explain that for you guys here in just a moment. So what's under the hood of this enterprise is a smart contract. I want you guys to refer to it as your humble servant. It's like artificial intelligence, right? So it's a digital contract that's stored on the blockchain that will automatically execute when the predetermined terms and conditions are met. Now, what are the predetermined terms and conditions in our enterprise? Refer 3 one time. That's it. And the smart contract, your humble servant, will go to work for you. And not only for you, but for your 3. And not only for your 3, but their 3 as well. Make sense? And so this was designed for people not to have to build a huge organization. You're simply looking to identify 3 people that want to exercise just a little bit of common sense and logic and say, you know what? I'm interested in being my own bank. I'm interested in generating monthly reoccurring revenue at scale. Okay, so the smart contract, it optimizes our personal freedom and security because it's verifiable on the blockchain. And the best part, the velocity of money, which we all have 100% control. Just get the 3 out of the way. So we're putting a virtual ATM in your pocket. All right. So you're going to be able to manage your money easily and securely with your Citizen Wallet. You have 100% access to your funds, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just numbers spinning on the screen and you go to withdraw your money and it's just spinning thinking about giving you your money. No, this is your wallet. It's decentralized. You can draw your funds daily. There's about 1.5 billion people around the world that are unbankable. We plan to help them out as well, help them play in the game, get on the field from a financial perspective. So our whole purpose of putting this together and our whole aim is to create financial and social impact all around the world. And we're going to do it. All right. I'm going to tell you guys this. We're just like about maybe 12, 32 weeks in, maybe. I mean, we have confetti flying everywhere. And people are making a great deal of money already, and we're just getting started. We're in pre-launch right now. So let me share with you guys how to become a citizen. And this is a slide I don't want to disrupt what Fortune Hub has going on in terms of their onboarding process, but I want you guys to understand that there's options here, and they have their own onboarding process. So I always encourage you to listen to how your leaders do things. But this is a slide that I have right now. All right. Your inviter will pay for your onboarding, $20 for your onboarding to give you the white glove treatment. Just in case some of you are new to blockchain, your inviter will get you scheduled with one of our certified onboarding specialists. But once again, the Fortune Hub team, they have their own process. Please follow suit there. The second thing that you're going to do is you're going to simply purchase 3 $28 membership tokens, one time out of pocket of about $125. That includes blockchain fees, things of that nature. Okay. And tokens is just how value moves on the blockchain for those of you who are new. But it's real money. Remember, everything is going blockchain. It can be converted into pounds, yen, dollars, naira and the like, okay? Rand, it's real money. So what ends up happening is that your onboarding specialist will help you get your account funded and activated. You'll learn to get that done with the with the Fortune Hub team as well. And it's going to allow you to begin to experience ongoing monthly recurring revenue. So you're going to be able to earn residuals on every digital asset or citizen wallet after you by simply referring 3, we like to say in 7 days, one time. On top of that, what makes us so different in the marketplace, you're going to be able to earn 0.25% on all transactions of your personally referred and your personally referred referrals as well. So we're talking about onboarding, withdrawals, money moving through the ecosystem, all right? Powerful stuff. And once you referred your 3, your $28 monthly membership is covered. Yes, we have a monthly subscription. This is how we're able to ensure the residual compensation throughout our ecosystem. I want you guys to look at it from this perspective. It's ingenious, in fact. This is a subscription to ownership, not a subscription to consumption. What do I mean by that? Most of you have a subscription to Netflix. It's not going to pay you $1. Some of you have a subscription to a gym, and maybe you don't go there as often as you should, right? Some of you may have a subscription to Hulu. That's subscriptions for consumption. This is a subscription to ownership, revenue sharing ownership that's going to empower you to make a great deal of money and create a legacy. So once you identify your 3, your $28 monthly membership is covered. No more out-of-pockets, just unavoidable monthly recurring revenue from this day forward. And everyone's 3 will execute 1 and 2 just one time. People, this is paint by numbers simple. Please don't overcomplicate this. What we're simply doing is connecting digital wallets around the world because once again, all a bank is a building that houses digital wallets. All PayPal is digital wallets connected. Cash App, digital wallets connected. You guys follow me? So let's talk about the money, okay? I get excited when we start talking about the money for the people in the field that's helping us bring this to the marketplace. I'm going to give you guys this 10-week theoretical, all right? I want you guys to look here in the lower right-hand corner. This is you in week 1. You're going to simply refer 3 people that want to become their own bank, all right? Now, when you do that, you're going to receive $32 as a thank you directly deposited into your own citizen wallet. At that moment in time, your neck down labor is done. Now, you can refer more than 3 if you want to, but let's keep 3 as the minimum. Now, $32 is more than $28, no more out of pocket. Now, unbeknownst to you, when you receive that $32, 9 other people that were in line ahead of you on what we call our income escalator also received a micro residual deposit in their citizen wallet. Let's go to week number 2 that you've been involved. Now, it's your 3 strategic partners first week. What are they going to do? They're going to simply refer 3 people to connect digital wallets. When that happens, they receive 32, and automatically you go up to $38 in unavoidable residual cash flow, and 8 other people that were in line ahead of you saw an increase in their residual cash flow. Now, I'm going to pause here for a second because I want you guys to really understand what you get ready to look at. Everything that you guys are going to see in red, it's a one-time execution, right? But everything that you're going to see in green is independent of your involvement. The smart contract, your humble servant is executing the payouts on an ongoing basis. Make sense? So now let's go to week number 3 that you've been involved, but it's these strategic partners first week. They're going to refer 3 one time. When that happens, the smart contract, your humble servant goes to work, and now you're up to $71 in unavoidable residual cash flow, right? Let's go to week number 4 that you've been involved, but you haven't done anything since your first week. It's these strategic partners first week. What are they going to do? The story is the story. Simply connect 3 digital wallets. They're going to receive 32 each, and when that happens, the smart contract, your humble servant goes to work, you're up to $172 in unavoidable residual cash flow. This is called the income escalator. Many of you have been on the escalator before, I'm sure, whether it's at a mall or an airport, right? Going up. You have to at least get on it, right? Now, once you get on it, the automation automatically takes you up. You don't have to lift up your knees or your feet. The automation takes you up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is designed to work the exact same way. Let's go to week number 5 that you've been involved, but it's these strategic partners first week. They're going to do the one-time execution of connecting 3 citizen wallets around the world. Bam, they receive 32. The smart contract, your humble servant goes to work. You're now up to $476 in unavoidable residual cash flow. Now, understand this real quickly. If you're noticing the pattern, your three besties are one step or stage behind you on the income escalator. Their besties are one step or stage behind them, and theirs one stage or step behind them. It's 100% mutually beneficial. There are no losers here. Okay? Let's go ahead and go to week number 6 that you've been involved. But it's these strategic partners first week. They activate 3 accounts one time. They receive 32 predictably. Your smart contract, the humble servant goes to work. You're up to over $1,300 in unavoidable residual cash flow. Once again, I got to really reiterate, everything you see in red is a one-time execution. But everything you guys see in green is happening independent of everyone's involvement. The smart contract, the humble servant, is delivering money to you on demand. Let's go to week number 7 that you've been involved, but it's these strategic partners first week. They're going to do what? Refer 3 people. They get 32. The smart contract executes. You're up to over $2,000, $2,700 in unavoidable residual cash flow. Let's go to week number 8 that you've been involved, but it's these strategic partners first week. They refer 3 one time. Bam, they receive 32. Your humble servant goes to work. $6,855 in unavoidable residual cash flow. Now, keep in mind, once again, you haven't done anything since your first week. Neither have these strategic partners. Haven't done anything since their first week. Neither have these strategic partners. They haven't done anything since their first week. Neither have these strategic partners, or these strategic partners, or these strategic partners, or these strategic partners, but everyone's seeing their green go up independent of their involvement after they've done their one-time execution. Let's go to week number 9 that you've been involved, but it's these strategic partners first week. They refer 3 to connect the digital wallets worldwide. Smart contract goes to work over $19,000 9 weeks in with this model. Week number 10, the story is the story. Their first week, they refer 3 people that want to be their own bank. The smart contract goes to work, executes the predetermined conditions. You're up to over $129,000 every 28 days. Now, let me share this with you guys real quickly. Now, you're at $129,000 every 28 days. This is a 10-week theoretical. Do you guys, and that's from, and this is from a one-time out-of-pocket of $125. Then once you refer 3, your $28 monthly subscription is covered. Do you guys know that if you were to open up a traditional bank branch, brick and mortar bank branch, it would cost you anywhere between $500,000 to $3 million to build, let alone employees, computer screens, right? Maintenance and all that kind of stuff. And you're at over $129,000 from a one-time out of pocket. Come on, people. We made this on purpose to see people win worldwide. And as this thing continues to play out to week 11, 12, 13, guess what? Everyone has the same thing to gain. They just escalate up as everyone does the one-time execution of helping us build this bank all around the world. The smart contract automates everyone's monthly recurring revenue. Make sense? Now, we have another position. It's called the Mosca Enterprise. This is the best value. And let me tell you guys why. It's not trying to upsell you. I don't believe in that. Just get in where you fit in. But I would be remiss if I didn't share with you the common sense nature of this. I want you to think about it. It takes the same amount of effort to put people in front of this information, right? It's going to take the same amount of time to get them onboarded as well. So why not just simply get the biggest bang for your buck? This is for people that want to make more money quicker. Simple as that. So you're going to, get onboarded. All right. You're going to purchase $3 $28 tokens and $3 $99 tokens, membership tokens. That's $425 with fees and everything, one time out of pocket. This is going to give you 90 days to ramp up. Okay. You plug into the global community. Once you identify 3, your $127 monthly membership is covered, no more out of pocket. I can tell you in the last 2 weeks, 70% of people that have gotten involved in Mosca has gotten involved at Enterprise. Okay. So let's talk about the money here. I think you guys get how it works on this income escalator. So I can go a little bit quicker, but the money gets a little bit more serious. So in week 1, you refer 3 enterprises because you're an enterprise yourself. you're going to receive $149 as a thank you for helping us extend the network. And 9 other people that were in line ahead of you on the income escalator saw an increase in their residual deposits. Week number 2, your 3 strategic partners go to work. They refer 3 enterprises. They receive $149. You're up to $173 in unavoidable residual cash flow. The concept of not being able to get out of the way of the money if you wanted to is very, very powerful, okay? Week number 3, right? But it's these strategic partners first week, $149. The smart contract goes to work, $328 in unavoidable residual cash flow. Week number 4, $149. Bam, you're at $793 in unavoidable cash flow. Now, 4 weeks in, what's going to happen? The smart contract knows your membership. It's going to deduct $127 for your enterprise membership, keeping you in the game independent of your involvement. It's built in the smart contract. You don't even have to think about it. Just live your life. Week number 5, right? Smart contract goes to work. You're over $2,000. Once again, everything in red, one-time execution. Everything in green, independent of your involvement. This is true passive income because we get to control the velocity of money. See, I know a lot of people were involved in different investing and trading platforms. Let me tell you guys why we're different. The reason why we're different and we structure this differently is because we didn't want to see people gambling, if that makes sense. Whether it was percent daily programs, buying these different packages and all this kind of stuff. You guys need to understand that I have a finance background as well. Investing is not risky, but what is risky is not being in control. And when you put your money into investments, do you really understand how the inner workings of it? When you put your money into 401ks and mutual funds, do you really understand how that works? Do you understand dark pools, things of that nature? No, it's just gambling. See, we get to control the velocity. We know where the money's coming from. I want you guys to look at every digital asset that opens up after you as digital real estate. See, we saw the innovation of blockchain. That was the promise of blockchain. It wasn't to find the next Bitcoin. Do I have Bitcoin? Yes. Do I have Ethereum? Yes. But it was about establishing the real estate, the blockchain, the fertile soil that all cryptocurrencies and all other innovations come from. So look at every digital asset like rental property, and they pay $28 a month or $127 a month, and you're receiving rental income around the world, ladies and gentlemen, from your own international bank. So we get to own the track without betting on the horses. Okay? Week number 7. They refer 3. Smart contract goes to work. You're over $6,000 in unavoidable residual cash flow. Week number 7, over $12,000. Week number 8, over $31,000. Week number 9, over $88,000. Week number 10, as the smart contract goes to work, over $597,000 in unavoidable residual cash flow. See, the velocity of money is moving. And this is every 28 days. It's not once a month. And as this thing continues to pan out, week 11, 12, 13, 14, everyone is going to escalate up as we're just identifying 3 people that want to be their own bank, 3 people that want to have residual cash flow coming in on demand. The smart contract automates everyone's monthly recurring revenue. Make sense? So, ladies and gentlemen, we put this platform together. Every line of code was designed for people to win. We took all of our years of evaluated experience in the people-to-people space, whether it was network marketing, whether it was affiliate marketing, whether it was high ticket, whether it was traditional brick and mortar businesses. We trimmed away all the fat and kept substance here. So we're a platform business just like these major brands that you guys are familiar with. In fact, if your business is not a platform, you're going to soon be out of business. Think about Uber, for instance. They disrupted the taxi cab industry, right? I remember being as a kid that they said, you know what, don't get in the car with strangers and definitely don't pick up hitchhikers. Uber's created a whole business model on people picking up hitchhikers. What they were able to solve was they were able to create a platform where the driver finds you rather than the other way around. See, I'm from New York City, and we used to have to hail for taxi cabs and fight other people on the street corners. Now Uber has the drivers find you. Mosca was put together for the money to find you rather than you going into rush hour traffic trying to find money. Zoom, for instance, saving people money on travel costs, things of that nature. Okay, I want you guys to think about how powerful that is, that especially post-pandemic. Right now, I'm in my home office. You guys are probably in your home or somewhere comfortable. And from the comfort of our own homes, we're able to talk about a multi-billion-dollar enterprise and how to show people worldwide how to build their own bank and become multimillionaires or at least have some financial relief and independence. Welcome to the 21st century, right? Voice activation, self-driving cars. I'm blown away that people still have an antiquated approach to making money. Really? Let's look at Airbnb. Disrupted the hotel and hospitality industry. You have people going through your medicine cabinets in your real estate property and things of that nature. Now, Mosca, what we're going to be doing is we're disrupting the financial industry, you guys. This has real utility. We're just building the financial rails right now in phase one, doing the plumbing, if you will. Because as things become more digital and we move into metaverse, you don't have a metaverse economy unless you have a way to transact. And so we're in phase one right now, putting down the tracks, laying down the piping, if you will, creating wealth worldwide. And then we're going to lay other innovations on top of that. I'm going to play this short video for you guys. This is a gentleman that came in one of our calls. A couple different people are going to speak. And this is pretty powerful because it speaks to the utility of the Citizen Wallet as well. I want you guys to pay attention to this, and then we're going to wrap it up.
This is the first transactional win-win in the money world that's ever existed. And I just want to thank you so much for listening to that divine orchestration and following it. It's really great.
I appreciate that. We're taking this to the world and appreciate your effort. And thank you so much for everything that you do, Linda. Really, really mean that from the bottom of my heart. Let's see here. We got MCC, Flip That House.
Hey, Greg, how you doing?
Really, really good. How you doing?
Good, but my name is Dwayne Eddings.
Hey, Dwayne.
I'm out of New Jersey.
All right.
Working with Jonathan Green.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, we're really excited about this. We came on board about 4 days ago. We're building a resort out in St. Lucia. And I'm going to give a testimony to the community. As we're building this resort, I'm in the States and I'm paying my contracts through wire transfers that have been delayed, held up, and I had wire transfers been held up for a month. Now I've been paying them through Mosca, and we did a testimony, actually a live demonstration on presentation, and within minutes, within seconds, one of my contractors was able to get paid. Right, I'm here in the States, he's in St. Lucia. We got a big organization coming out in St. Lucia. We got other resort owners in St. Lucia. It's coming on board with us now, so we're excited about this opportunity, man. We're going to take this across all the islands, St. Martin's, Antigua, and really make some big things happen in the Mosca world. So I just want to thank you, man, for putting this opportunity together. Looking forward to meeting you in person. Absolutely. And making some big things happen.
I love it, man. That's exciting. I get chill bumps because you guys need to understand. I think I met Dwayne in another meeting, and he's from in St. Lucia. He was talking about the resorts in St. Lucia. And St. Lucia, you guys may not know, this is one of my favorite places to go. I've been there several times. I always like to stay in Soufri, where the pitons are and everything like that. Just love it there. I mean, it's just pristine, there. So I'm excited about coming to the resort. And in fact, I want you guys to know this. At some point in time, I want to get with Dwayne because maybe one of our events, I don't know how big the resort and establishment is, but that can be a location that we go to and celebrate at his resort. We get the accommodations there. We pay for it through the Mosca wallet. And then the other thing that we want to do is raise money and leave our footprint behind in St. Lucia for a specific charity or whatever the case may be. So you guys, where we're going with this thing, trust me when I tell you, this is even bigger than you can imagine in terms of where we're going. So thank you so much for that testimony, man. I look forward to meeting you in person.
Thank you. Absolutely, man. Okay.
No, fantastic. Those testimonies are what really get me fired up, you guys. The whole intent of this was to disrupt the people-to-people space. We're looking to take this thing to the world, and we hope that this makes enough sense to you that you want to join forces with us. And what I want to do real quickly is I want to address maybe for some of you that have been associated with different projects in the past, and you may ask yourself, well, what if I don't get 3? I want to encourage you to change your focus when it comes to that, all right? because this is a completely different animal. I've learned it over the years that you don't get to experience life. You only experience what you focus on. And the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people, the successful people, when they look at this, there's like just 3. Man, that's in the bag. I know 3 people that are overworked and underpaid and need residual cash flow and want to be their own bank. So no matter what you've been involved in the past, I want to encourage you, divorce yourself of that. You have a home here. We get 100% control. We're talking about digital real estate on the blockchain. We're not gambling here. So you don't have to worry about anything. And that was one of the main things that Jonathan brought to my attention relative to really helping people to understand, as many people have been burnt out there. He wanted to show people a home that they can count on. And that's what Mosca is all about.